Okay, today we are going to discuss your first assignment, and the first scenario is James Dolphin, a sole trader, started coffee on the go in 2012. He noticed a growing trend for office workers and people traveling for business and pleasure to purchase takeaway specialty coffees. He decided to open a chain of coffee bars in town centers and main transport hubs. During the first few years, sales steadily increased, but in the last 12 months, the business has not increased in size, and James is unclear about the reasons for this stagnation. Uh, Stagnation means where there isn't any growth, everything just stops. Like it isn't growing. Anything that is stagnant means not growing, it has stopped growing. So here they are talking about the business that is not growing further, and in the last 12 months, the business has not increased in size, and James is unclear about the reasons for this stagnation. James recognizes that this is a very competitive market and would appreciate advice on how to manage quality in the organization, as he believes this is critically important. Okay, he's talking about the quality. James has asked you to act as his business advisor. He has set out three tasks for you to complete. Okay, now he has some issues regarding the growth of the business. It's a coffee business and it was going very well, but now the scenario has changed, and for the last 12 months, there isn't any increase in size and growth. So he has to dig it out where the problem is. So he has advised you, he has hired you as his business advisor. Now he wants three tasks from you to complete. Task one is James is preparing a training session for his coffee bar managers. He would like to hold a session on quality management. Okay, now we know there is a problem and it needs to be sought out. So you have been asked to prepare an information sheet which James can issue at the training event. The information sheet must include, now what you are supposed to do is this one, these three tasks. An evaluation of theories of quality management used by organizations. You have to evaluate the theories you have studied of quality management used by organizations. Okay, you have studied few. An analysis of the effectiveness of approaches to quality management used by a named organization. Okay, here you have to study the effectiveness of approaches. Which approaches? Quality management. Like what is the importance of those approaches that you have studied about the quality management for an organization. Specifically, you have to talk for this coffee business now. An assessment of the need for continuous improvement in organizations. Now, in this third one, you can talk about that there is a need for continuous improvement in organization, and you may relate it with the problem associated with stagnant size or not growing further, or where there may be any problem that they may not have gone for continuous improvement. So you have to discuss these 3 points. Okay, don't get confused. We have studied the theories of quality management, just evaluate those theories. Then you have to talk about the effectiveness of approaches to quality management, and then the assessment of the need for continuous improvement. Definitely, there's a need for continuous improvement for every organization, okay? Okay, the extension activities. To achieve a merit, you must also prepare a section of the information sheet in which you evaluate the impact of of failing to maintain and improve the quality. Okay, now you have to evaluate the impact on organizations of failing to maintain and improve the quality. Definitely, if an organization fails to maintain or improve the quality, what will happen? Sales will sales will go down, it will not grow in size, people will shift to competitors' products, and it will overall result in your customers' dissatisfaction. All the points that we have discussed, that if a company or business and organization fails to maintain and improve the quality, what will be the result? You can explain it very well for achievement of the merit. In order to achieve a distinction, you must add to the information sheet. Now you are preparing information sheet for your that boss to evaluate the impact of external factors on the choice of approach to quality management. Okay, in the distinction part, you have to add to the information sheet to evaluate the impact of, okay, what is the influence of the external factors on the choice of the approach to quality management. There are different external factors. We haven't done these. We will do in the next class all the external factors that affect, that has an influence on the choice of the approach to quality management, that which approach of quality management an organization is using and how it is getting affected by these external factors. Okay, in this task 1, learning outcome 1.1, 1.2, 1.3, 1M1 and 1D1 is discussed and it is covered. Okay, it was all about task 1. So the task 2 is Jams would like you to prepare a business report. Now you have to prepare a business report to be presented to the managers that considers the importance of quality control and quality assurance to organizations. Okay, we have discussed in last class quality control and quality assurance. In order to help managers gain full understanding of the contents of the report, JAMS has requested that you use business organizations with which you are familiar, like the business organizations. This will provide actual examples and add their understanding. The report needs to, now these 3 tasks are what you are supposed to complete is this. The report needs to explain the difference between quality control and quality assurance. Analyze how your chosen manufacturing organization uses quality control and quality assurance systems. Just you have to do this, that how do they use quality control and quality assurance systems, the one that you have chosen. Analyze how your chosen service organization uses quality control and quality assurance systems. Okay, one is manufacturing organization, one is service oriented organization. It may be about like any service. You can select a bank, you can select any service oriented organization that uses quality control and quality assurance for its customers. The extension activity is to achieve a distinction, you must add an additional section to the report which reviews quality assurance systems and justifies modifications that could improve quality in a named organization. Now, these modifications are your suggestions. You have gone through all the system and now you are suggesting them some modifications, means some changes, some suggestions, some improvements to improve their quality, to improve their service, to improve their product in your named organization. So if you suggest them, it means that you will suggest them some modifications to improve the process, to improve the service, to improve the quality of the product. Okay, it is about 2.1, 2.2, 2.3, and 2D1. Okay, this was very easy. Just first you have to explain the difference of quality control and quality assurance. Then you have to talk about the use, how your manufacturing organization uses quality control and quality assurance system. Like, what system are they using for quality control and quality assurance? As we discussed that zero defect and everything. Okay. Analyze how your chosen service organization uses quality control and quality assurance system. One is a service organization, one is manufacturing organization. And distinction in this, you have to suggest them some modifications to improve the process. Task 3 is James would like to understand the impact of organizational performance and culture on quality management. Okay. He has set up a meeting with you, and in preparation you need to produce detailed notes which will support the discussions. Your detailed notes must now these 2 points. First one is analyze the impact of organizational culture on quality management. We haven't done this. That what would be the impact of organizational culture on quality management? Here we are talking about your own organization. It can be your selected organization, that what is the organizational culture over there and how it influences the quality management. Okay, once we do this, it will be very easy for you to do. Okay, it's easy. Like, if the organizational culture is friendly, supportive, or they are coordinating and every department has strong communication, then it will definitely have positive impact on the quality of the product. So the quality management will be uh, good. Okay.
Yes.
So once we do, it will be clear to you. Assess how culture in organizations may be changed to ensure effective quality management. It's also very easy. If there is some problem, how would you change that culture to bring improvements in the quality management system? For this, you may suggest some changes in the culture of the organization for the effective uh, for ensuring that you achieve effective quality management. It's very easy to do. The extension activity is to achieve a merit. You also need to include in your detailed notes an analysis of how a named organization has successfully managed quality through changing its culture. Okay, just as we discussed, that if you bring any change in your culture, how it affected your your quality. So if it has positive influence, positive result, then it means that your uh, change of culture was successful and it has contributed to positive results. Again, I will explain that to achieve a merit, you also need to include in your detailed notes an analysis of how a named organization, here we're talking about the organization that you have selected for your assignment. Now, how has it successfully managed quality through changing its culture? Okay, if it has changed its culture, now what was the impact of that change of culture on the quality? How they have successfully managed quality through changing the culture. Okay, here we have, in these slides, we have discussed few points of quality control and quality assurance. Our next topic is Six Sigma. Now, what is Six Sigma? It is also a quality management system uh, tool. Sigma focuses on reducing variation in processes to minimize defects and improve quality. So Six Sigma focuses on reducing variation in processes. There shouldn't be any variation in the process. It should be whether it's a manufacturing process, it's anything a process. It should be free of defects, and how you utilize this tool to minimize defects means the defects should be minimum. Your effort should be to achieve a quality product. For that purpose, you put all your efforts to minimize or reduce or achieve zero defect product and improve your quality. The primary goal is to achieve a Six Sigma level, which translates to 3.4 defect per million opportunities. Okay, like there should be very minimum, if any defect, or no defect at all, it means. Six Sigma is a data-driven methodology aimed at improving process by identifying and eliminating defects and minimizing variability. Okay, first you have to identify and then eliminate the defect in the very start and then minimize variability. Okay, once I show you the how it works, then it will be easy for you to understand. The term Six Sigma refers to the process that produces no more than 3.4 defects per million opportunities. Define, measure, analyze, improve, and control. Okay, the first one is define. By define, we mean you have to define where the problem is. What is the root cause of the problem? Like why the defects are caused. So you have to define it, then measure, analyze, improve, and then finally you have to take some corrective actions. And those corrective actions steps are in control process. So let's start. The first one is define. Six Sigma utilizes a structured approach, often the DMAIC, define, measure, analyze, improve, and control framework to systematically address problems. The first one is define. Clearly define the problem and project goals. You have to define where the problem is and what's your project goal. Measure is gather data and establish baseline measurements of the current process. You have to, in this measure thing, you have to collect all the data about the problem, like why it arose, what was the reason, what was the why, like was it lack of efficiency of the workers, was it machinery that was defected, what was the cause. You have to collect all the data in this process. You have to establish baseline measurements of the current process. Then in the third phase, analyze the data to identify the root causes of the defects. You analyze, you check like what was the reason, what was the cause of that problem. Improve, develop, and implement solutions to address the root cause. Here you have to sort out, you have to think creatively how to solve this problem. How to develop and implement solutions to address the root cause. So that problem should not arise in the future. That will be in the control step. Monitor the process to ensure that the improvements are sustained and prevent future defects. Okay, why we go through all this process? Because we do not want any problem to arise in the future. We do not want to repeat mistakes. For this purpose, we first define, measure, analyze, improve, and control. This is the Six Sigma structured approach. Okay, it's very easy. First, you have to define where's the problem. Then you have to collect some data about it. And in the measurement process, you have to analyze and the root cause. And then you have to improve and take corrective action that it does not arise in the future. Okay, what are the benefits of this quality management system and the Six Sigma? Here, it reduces defects and waste, improves process efficiency, enhances customer satisfaction, and drives data-based decision because you have analyzed everything in a systematic process. So it will save your time, money, and effort. Now, the next topic is zero defects. Zero defects is a quality philosophy that promotes doing things right at the first time, every time with the goal of no mistakes. Zero means no mistakes at all. So the origin, we have discussed this theory of Philip Crosby in the start. One of the pioneers of quality management. Core message is quality is conformance to requirements. It should be according to the requirements, and zero defect is an attitude, not a statistical goal. Prevention is greater than inspection. Like prevention, it should, the errors, the defects, the mistakes should be avoided in the very start. Like he thinks there is no room for mistakes. It should be, everything should be accurate. You should try to achieve accurate results from the very start. The cost of quality includes the cost of doing it right versus fixing it later. Key principle is quality is defined by customer needs. Okay, we have discussed this point in detail. If you remember that your choices are different, my choices are different. So for me, the quality will be defined differently. For you, the quality definition may be different. I may prefer a product and I say it's a good quality because it is according to my requirements. You may say that it is a good quality product because that is according to your requirement, that is satisfying your needs. Prevention is better than detection. It's also easy to understand. If you prevent in the start, you don't need to go through a hectic process of identifying the defects, inspecting everything and checking where is the problem, going to the root cause and hiring people for training and then correcting the mistakes. So it's very easy to understand that prevention is better than detection because it will just waste your time. Zero defects is the performance standard. Yes, it is a performance standard. If there isn't any defect, the performance is excellent. Quality is measurable. Yes, we can measure the quality against some set standard. Okay, let's quickly go through this quality management system too. Quality management, total quality management is a company-wide approach that embeds quality in every aspect of organization with the involvement of all employees. Okay, total quality management simply means there should be quality in all the process, in all the stages, in all the departments, in all the employees of the organization. There should be quality all around, simply. Okay. Total quality management principle, customer focus. Okay. You know, customer is the king. If customer is happy, your life is easy. So the first thing is customer focus. You should think of how to improve the product according to customers' choices. Total employee involvement. Yes, we have also discussed in previous lessons that your employees' involvement is very important. If your employees are committed, they feel important, they are engaged, your organizational overall performance will increase, it will improve. Are you getting this point? If employees are happy, they will work enthusiastically. Okay, process centered. There should be quality in every process, in every stage of the manufacturing process. Integrated systems, every system and every task should be co- uh, correlated with every department, as every department should coordinate with each other. Strategic and systematic approach. Everything should be well planned. Whenever we talk about strategy, that means planning. It should be a well planned and systematic approach. Continual improvement. As we have discussed in our assignment, that if there isn't continuous improvement, there may be some problems in the quality and it will have bad results on your overall performance. So continuous improvement should be there for better quality. Fact-based decision making. Okay, here by fact-based decision making, we mean if you're taking a decision, if you're making a decision, that should be fact-based. Like why you have taken step to change the organizational culture because there was some problem with the previous one. So it's a fact-based decision that you are going to change it for the quality purpose. Effective communication. It contributes to the overall quality management system. Total quality management revolves around effective communication. And this is the main thing, that every department should communicate effectively with other departments. Every employee should communicate effectively with customers. Every employee should communicate well with the boss, and the boss should communicate effectively with the subordinates. So, effective communication will contribute to the total quality management automatically. If the communication is good, then the quality will automatically be good, and quality will automatically be achieved if there is clear communication in an organization among employees, among all the staff, among different departments. So the result will be fruitful. Okay, just quickly, we will go through this slide. Understand the importance of quality control and quality assurance system to organizations, boosts reputation and brand value. Consistent quality builds a positive image in the market, competitive advantage over low quality alternatives. Okay, if you have a good quality control system, it will boost the overall reputation. Reputation means your image in the minds of the customer, your brand value. Definitely, if the product is of good quality, people will think that this belongs to this company. It belongs to this organization. That's why it will overall boost up and increase your organizational image. Then ensures compliance with standards. Definitely, your product is of good quality and it is fulfilling the required standard set by the company. So it means that it meets the regulatory and industry specific requirements. We can say that the product is of good quality. Reduces the risk of legal issues and penalties. Yes, if the product doesn't meet the settled standards, you may get penalties by the government, and the legal issues may arise. So you can avoid these things by ensuring the quality. Facilitates continuous improvement. We have discussed this point, that you just get continuous feedback of the customers, and regular audits and feedback loops promote innovation and growth. You know that customers' needs and wants change with the passage of time. So you have to be in contact with them. You have to be in a better communication with them. So you should get their feedback. According to their feedback, you should bring improvement in your products. Empowers employees through structured systems. You should empower your employees through structured systems, means you should train them well and you should equip them with the basic training.